And we're going to start with breaking news. Really disturbing story here that we're following. Police in Thailand say a former officer killed at least 37 people, and many of them are children. This is the deadliest mass shooting in the country's history. The gun and knife attack started at a daycare center. Then authorities say he fired from his car as he drove home. Officials say he then killed his wife and child and took his own life. We have learned the former police officer was fired from the force earlier this year because of drug-related offenses.
And another tragic update here this morning. A baby girl and 3 family members who police say were kidnapped have been found dead in Merced County. A farm worker found their bodies in an orchard. It happened hours after police released surveillance video of the family being led from their family business in handcuffs. The suspect tried to take his own life before he was arrested on Tuesday. He had previously been convicted for false imprisonment and first-degree robbery.
There's going to be a lot of people angry with God for this, and where they need to focus their anger is primarily on a judicial system that allowed this guy out early, as far as I'm concerned.
The sheriff believes the kidnapping was financially motivated through this, though the suspect never demanded a ransom. And this morning, a barely noticeable break from the rising gas prices. San Diego County's average price down a penny to $6.43 for a gallon of regular.
So we have team coverage for you this morning. Chris Groh has a look at how far San Diegans are going to find cheaper gas.
But we begin with Dana Marie McNichol. She has a look at why our state faces this highest price gap compared to the rest of the country.
Yeah, good morning, Eric and Netta. We are setting some records and not ones we want to do. So I'm here in Otay Mesa. You can see those gas prices behind me, $7.09 for a regular gallon of gas. We are officially $2.60 higher than most of our country, the biggest gap in history. But why is all of this happening right now? I'm going to break it down for you.
I think the refineries are making several dollars per gallon. They're just making out like fat rats. They're making $10, $20, $30 whenever you fill up. This is a problem with us being gouged by major refiners. And until we get someone who comes in and is an aggressive cost cutter, we're not going to see lower gasoline prices.
Now you just heard from Charles Langley, the executive director of Public Watchdogs. That's a public advocacy group. He says gas prices should be dropping, yet they are not. He attributes this to the lack of competition in oil refineries. He doesn't see any market reason justifying these high prices other than the fact that these companies can charge more because they can. Florida even has gas prices that are more than $3 cheaper per gallon than California, according to AAA. And of course, we know that they're recovering from a hurricane. Langley says all it will take to decrease gas prices is for one refinery to lower their prices and the rest will follow. Another thing to consider is California's strict environmental regulations require the sale of a summer and winter blend designed to reduce air pollution. So we have some of those taxes to take in consideration. I do have some encouraging news for you. Gas stations throughout California will start selling its state's winter blend in November, which is usually 15 to 20 cents lower than it is now. So all we can do is hope those oil companies give us a break. Now we do want to head over to Chris Groh. He's in the newsroom because we want to know where the cheapest gas is for people. And I heard they're driving a long way to get to some of those gas stations. Chris?
They really are, and it's a little bit beyond Otay Mesa. In fact, it seems counterintuitive to drive for miles to save money on gas, but these days people are doing pretty much anything to make those big savings. So with gas prices well over $6, as you just saw right there with Dana Marie, San Diegans are officially bargain hunting. Now, for some, that means driving out to Valley Center. One station there is charging $5.49. Now, it can be a big drive for some, but now it's saving them a lot of money. And the reason it's cheaper, well, it's on tribal land, so it's exempt from some taxes. Now, drivers are also going across the border, but we want to bring in somebody, again, who actually owns this station or actually operates it and explains why they actually keep those prices lower. Take a listen.
And we're not looking to try to gouge anybody. We're here for the long term. I'm not a single profiter trying to get as rich as I can. We're here to build an economy for our tribe and our people.
Now, as as for the prices in Mexico, when you start to, again, try to convert things from obviously liters to gallons, from pesos to dollars, actually comes out to a little bit more than $4.40 a gallon. So again, a lot of people driving across the border, driving past Otay, where you just saw gas prices well over $6, and they're saving about $2 a gallon. So for anyone, that could be $25, maybe even more every time they fill up. But of course, for the best ways to save money on both this side of the border and across, you can go to CBS8.com and just click on that story link. Eric and Netta.
All right, Chris, thanks for that. Amid these high gas prices, you could get some extra money in your bank account starting tomorrow. That's when the state will start depositing the first round of payments for the middle-class tax refund. Payments range between $200 and $1,050. Everyone who is eligible is expected to have their payments by January.
This morning, police are looking for whoever shot and killed an 18-year-old man outside of his home in Mira Mesa. This happened yesterday morning on Deering Street, not far from Camino Ruiz. The 18-year-old Hispanic man was found shot and lying in the roadway. Police have not released the victim's name or any information about potential suspects. It's something we covered as breaking news during our midday show. As you see, the road was blocked off for a while. Please call police if you have any information on what happened there. And this morning, Chula Vista police are asking for your help finding this man you see on your screen. He's a person of interest in a shooting spree. It started when a man was shot at Harborside Park on August 26th. The witness told police a group of 4 to 6 juvenile suspects surrounded that victim, then ran toward the Palomar trolley station. Another man was shot and stabbed near Palomar Street. The suspects boarded the trolley. When they got off, police arrested 3 of them for an unrelated investigation. The others, though, got away. Both victims had non-life-threatening injuries.
This morning, the future of DACA remains up in the air after a federal appeals court ruled it illegal. The Obama-era immigration policy protects undocumented immigrants who came to the U.S. as children. Current dreamers are protected for now, but new applicants are barred. Yesterday, a federal court ordered a Texas judge to take another look at the program. Experts say hearings likely won't start for several more months and believe it could be sometime late next year before a decision is reached. Hurricane Ian is shaping up to be the deadliest storm to hit Florida since 1935. So far, there are at least 104 confirmed deaths in the state. President Biden and the First Lady toured the damage yesterday. He met with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Senators Rick Scott and Marco Rubio. More than 240,000 customers remain without power there. Taking a look at the forecast here at home, Netta. A little mist to start the day. What camera is this here? Is this our Mars camera we're looking at?
No, it's not okay. Mars. We don't have that access to NASA Webb. I wish we could just tap into it. But no, this is a view from Mount Soledad, it looks like. But yeah, it's foggy everywhere. So let's talk about your weather headlines. You do have that mist and fog because the marine layer. We are gradually going to be warming, though, now until this weekend. Chance of thunderstorms in your mountains this afternoon and each afternoon for the next 4 to 5 days. I'll say. So current visibility right now, it's not great. Half Mile in Ramona, that's our area where the fog is really hanging on. And then Kearney Mesa, it's 2.5. Otay Mesa at 2.5. So just a heads up, if you're driving, you're going to see a lot of what I just showed you in that camera where you can barely see much. Relative humidity, though, in the 90s for most of you. So we are looking at a lot of moisture. I had to use my windshield wiper the whole drive coming into work. So just a heads up, you'll probably have to do that. This is a different camera view that had a view, but now it doesn't anymore. 65 degrees, that's right by the coastline, very close to our dew point number. 66 in El Cajon right now, you're at 63 in La Mesa. Chula Vista, you're at 65, taking you up to Oceanside, 67. So as you can see, that common theme right here in the mid-60s for the most part to begin the day. But let's take you hour by hour and show you what you can expect by 10 o'clock this morning, upper 60s. So that's along the coast, another gray kind of day, especially to start off. Likely the coastal clouds will hang on, stay pretty stubborn throughout the day, especially when you see it so impactful this morning. Mid-70s by this afternoon. So our afternoon highs are a little bit below average, but still pretty comfortable. 71 in Del Mar, 79 in Poway, 77 in Miramar, 81 in Escondido, 83 in Ramona. So overall, 70s and low 80s. That's in your forecast. We're going to see these numbers for inland areas go up to the upper 80s by this coming weekend. So that's probably not going to happen until Saturday, even Sunday. We are warming up up because of this ridge that's going to stick around right here. It's not a major area of high pressure that's going to create a lot of heat, but it is going to bring our temperatures up slightly, slowly for the next 4 to 5 days. And then we really do cool off for next week. So looking at traffic and what's happening on those roads, I can tell you no crashes. So that's nice to see. All of our major freeways are looking good, nice and smooth for now. And you're not going to see much build up as far as other cars, unless, of course, you're taking the Coronado Bridge. So if you don't have to get to base, I would highly suggest taking the Silver Strand. This is all of that military traffic that we typically see at this time of morning. So your drive time's looking good. We are in the green all around. If you're going westbound on the 52 between the 125 and the 15, it'll only take you 7 minutes. Eric.